Okay, so I had to come in here and chat with you guys because this is seriously hilarious. I'm just on another level today because I find this conversation, this topic, this thing that is brought up at every single social gathering of what do you do? Okay, so let me bring you to this moment, okay? So I'm going to be going out tonight for a lovely social evening, getting together for a friend's birthday. And, I wanted to pass on just a little bit of wisdom, if I can, to you guys that when you're going out there, you're going out into a social setting, and perhaps you've been showing up on social media quite a lot lately in your business, in your adventures, in heck, your network marketing company, anything that you're doing right now where you're showing up, you're showing confidently up in your brand and what you have to offer and the services that you provide, right? So let me talk to you for a moment. When you go to a social gathering and you're meeting people for the first time, what are people saying to you? What do you do? It is such a common question that so many of us get in, and we ask other people too. We ask, what do you do? What do you do? And it's a question that is so funny to me. And these are the conversations that I have with my husband as we're leaving the social event. We always talk about the power of what do you do? So the next time you find yourself at a social gathering, and as I'm gearing up for one tonight, I start to ask myself and put myself in those situations where people ask, Shauna, what do you do? And I know that I do a lot. I know I run more than 3 different companies as of today. And it's very interesting when people say, what do you do? So I have to think about this. And I encourage you to understand your elevator pitch, understand what you're trying to say, and understand how you're trying to connect and connect with other people at a social gathering. So when you think about what do you do, think about what you're working towards. So instead of saying, now, let me backtrack. If you don't love what you're doing on a day-to-day basis and you don't love that 9 to 5 job, it's not filling your cup or filling your soul or filling you in any way, right? And you're not loving it and you're craving something more, talk about what you're doing on the side. Those side hustle projects, those things that create a human to human conversation, an enlightened conversation, not one of, I'm a marketing girl. I get online and I run my business and womp womp. So understand your your elevator pitch before you go into a social gathering, a cocktail hour, if you will. Talk about those things that you're working on right now. Talk about those fun projects. Talk about those things that light your soul up. It's not what you do anymore, it's who you are. So when people start asking you questions about, girl, what do you do? I mean, I have my grandmother, my mom, my dad, people in my family, Drew's family, my husband, are like, Shauna, what do you do? I don't understand what you're doing online. I don't get it. And all I have to say is we live in a beautiful time. Social media is such a great tool. I've learned how to grow a business on social media. I've utilized it as a tool. I've created my brand, and people are there. It's an interesting conversation. It doesn't shut the veil down right away. It creates conversation. It sends different neural pathways in your brain to start thinking about life a little bit differently. So when you get to this conversation at any sort of social gathering, I want you to think about this. What are you working on right now? And by you speaking about what you're working on, you send off all these different messages. You send off all these different affirmations and different solidifications when it comes to what you're creating on the side. Again, if you're not happy with that 9 to 5, start talking about what you're working on. Hey, I'm working on this amazing online course right now. Say you're at a party and you're telling people, I'm working on this online course right now that serves other women, that helps women connect with their feminine energy, their feminine divine. And people are going to go, what? And it opens up a different conversation. It not only opens up the conversation, but one that you should be having with the universe to say, this is who I am, and I declare it loud and proud. So the next time you're at a social gathering, you guys, think of me, think of this moment, and create around what you're creating. Create those messages, create those stories. Start letting other people know that there are other ways to do business. And if you're creating an empire online, talk about it. Talk about how proud you are. Wear it on your sleeve, wear it loud and proud, and be a hell yes to what you're putting out there into the world, because you are so capable of this lifetime. Yes, Rosemary. Oh my gosh, you guys, for real. So I'm so excited to deliver that to you guys tonight, of course, and I'll be popping over to a social gathering this evening. I'll be thinking of all of you when I talk about business and creating careers online, and when people are like, I don't understand it, let it roll off. If they don't get it, it's okay. It's okay, because this is you. This is your time. There is no better time to be on social media right now, and that's why you are born into the time that you are born into. Okay, so I just thought I'd pop in, have a little what do you do conversation. Prepare yourself when you go into those social situations and talk about those passion projects you're working on. All right, you guys, thanks for tuning in. I'll talk to you later. Bye.